No Cappin podcast, where we bring to you the lifestyle, the insight and the culture alongside some wavy special guests whilst we sip on a bit of Havana Club. You know the vibes. Come join me. No Cappin podcast, we are in the building. Shout out to every single person that is reposting, sharing, commenting. Damn, I feel like a YouTuber saying that. But yeah, liking, subscribing, all of that. Big up yourselves every single time. I'm not going to front. This isn't the first time that we've done this one. I'm not going to front.
Replay.
I've got some real ones in the building. The Flyers, Flea Free, if you're still going to run with that. E300, if you're still going to run with that. There's very few big homies that I have in this music world as a whole, of where I actually go to and are like privileged to be around with and just even engage in conversation. Mercston, so large, stamina,
appreciate
in the building.
Wow, blessings every time, man. What's happening?
What's happening with
for
you,
the second
man?
time round?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Do we lie or tell the truth of what happened with the first one?
It's cool, man. You know what? Sometimes you just redo things. It's fine.
But we do it bigger and better.
Yeah, exactly.
Time still, man.
Exactly.
How are you guys, man?
I'm blessed, man.
Good, man. Good.
Everything called Gucci. As I said, the big homies, man. I can't lie to you, lot, bruv. Like every time it is linking up, it is literally those type of conversations where I'm like, yo, these lot are fucking stars in my eyes, bruv. Because I remember literally the old school days of watching you guys on the DVDs, on your channel U's and things like that. And it's just like, I don't know, even when you told me stories about it as well, I get gassed and think, shit, that must have felt so surreal, bruv. Like, do you guys just deep it sometimes when you think you are who you are or know who you are? Or is it just like...
I don't really deep it.
Why?
I'm just a human, bro, just cutting through. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what's nice though? It's nice sometimes when you bump into people that have never seen you before. Mm-hmm. And as I always say to different people, it's like when fans come up to you or just supporters, they can just see you and walk past you and not say anything. Mm-hmm. But when they acknowledge you and maybe tell you about a song that they once liked or whatever, it's nice for you to, you know what I'm saying? It's like you've touched someone in some sort of ways. It's a good feeling.
Or would it be more like the memories that are attached to certain people? So say, for example, it could be, we played this tune on, I don't know, my graduation, or
do you know what?
This song came on.
Sometimes it's just someone will come up to me and just say, that song you had at, and then they'll say a name of a song that I've completely forgotten about or that I didn't think banged in any type of way. Yeah. And that's what resonated with them and they liked it. So it's like, when you are putting music out, you never know how it's going to affect people, but it's good that, you know what I'm saying? I think
what's dope is the fact of whenever it's good weather outside, we say it's back to 95 weather.
Oh, of course.
I see that on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, we always say it.
Of course, the garage thing.
It's time to run.
It's just, that's just good vibes though, it's positive vibes, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, but I can't lie. You know, I've got a funny story still. I've got a very funny story.
Let's hear this one.
I was about to tell you when you came last time. So, Back to 95 came out, was it 2013?
Yeah, that was the first one.
And then the second one was 2014. Okay. Yeah. So 2014, when I just graduated and I came back to Ends, I remember I copped my first car as well then. Well, second car. And like life was just Gucci that summer. Yeah. And that was literally all on repeat, like Back to 95 were constantly. And I remember I kept on doing so many trips from south to east, whether it was Brick Lane or Shoreditch, and that was the soundtrack. And I'm just like, every time I hear that project, I always just think of, man, life was good, man.
So which one was you playing, part 1 or part 2?
Both.
Oh, cold.
Because you got to remember, it's like, because it was kind of short.
And I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I made them like, they were like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, literally.
Just so that you could keep them,
on
you know what I'm saying? Keep it on repeat and just roll for the day or whatever.
Definitely.
That was done on purpose.
Boy, before we go any further, man, and no capping, we always have to do the shot. Always have to do a shot. Obviously, it's so large. I know you ain't a drinker like that. So.
Let's do it, mate. Let's do it. Do that. So
we're toasting to the clean team.
Just have your
clean cash only.
Shout out to Cash Only and the clean team. So large, what's all that about anyway?
I don't know.
You know, I just recently started getting back into football again, wearing football gear. I don't know, like, maybe it's not always good to bang on the Arsenal stuff. What's going on, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like just something on my own, innit? Like, just customize something on my own. You know, it was for a video. Should I tell the truth? Yeah. There was I saw online there was a football team from my borough and they had Adidas tracksuits and I tried to DM them because I wanted to wear it for a video. and they were like, we ain't selling them or whatever. So I just got the idea from that sort of thing and just done something myself, just customized something.
Who've been the signings that you've had on the team so far?
Nah, you know what it is? It's just, I don't really want people to look at it like that. It's just something that, it's an idea I've got. It's just, it feels nice to see people wearing it when I give it out. It's not 100%. No thing like, like they wear my thing. Like, no ego about it. Like, I'm honoured when people decide to put it on, you know what I'm trying 100%.
To say. And Stamina, obviously, you've had that cash only from time as well. Talk to us about that one, briefly.
Cash only, well, I've been doing that for about 4 years now. It was just an experiment, to be honest. A bit long to get into how I come up with the idea, but for about 4 years I've been doing it on and off. But it's just literally, it was so organic. Everyone loves it. Everyone. Like my whole ends is wearing it. Like, even my ops are wearing cash only. Real talk, like, so. From there, I thought I might as well just take it serious. And I've just been slowly building and just learning about that nature of things, like branding, the social media aspect and whatnot. But it's been a journey. But yeah, man, it's positive. When you just see someone you don't know wearing it, it's like it's a different type of feeling. Or, you know, you could even be having a not so good week or day, and then you just see someone wearing it and it just reminds you, you know. So yeah, man.
Proper sick. I know that what's sick with Bo is that you've got that, and then also there's the I Ain't Rich Yet as well.
Shout out
there's always that so many different brands that have been. Do you know what? I can't lie. I love Bo, man. I love Bo. Like, as much as I'm a Lewisham guy, like Bo was always it felt like second home, especially because of like growing up around there as well, coming there for summers. So like Parnell Road.
I used to come around.
Yeah, Parnell Road.
That's
What's the other? Was it is it Vernon Road?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Vernon Road as well, where the old Safeway used to be. And then behind used to be the playpens.
From inside Safeway as well.
Yeah.
Now it's called, what have they put there now? It's a Tesco there now.
Tesco, yeah.
And a gym. They've got a gym as well there.
So they've got the gym there as well, on there as well. The playpens at the back as well, and then obviously just literally
old, like by Project House.
Old school, Chris.
Proper old school. I was going to say, Roman Road. No, you didn't
remember. Last time because obviously this is take two. You didn't tell us this last time.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
Shout out Emmanuel, man, my guy. So yeah, literally would be every summer. I would just stay like the full 6 weeks would be in there and just like. Then I started realising that the importance of how much it is towards the music side of things. Then I started realising, wait, Bo is like the mecca of UK culture, to be fair with you. That when I think of like certain prolific areas, Bo has to be mentioned in there. What's the stigma that you would say that people have like with people from Bo? What would you say is like they associate you guys to?
I don't know. I think they... From anything I've ever heard, it's just like Bo is just a place where we make good music. We dress a certain way. We dress clean, and we're just more. We're more into making money than having any issues with people. That's our thing. It's just keep it nice and clean and real gentleman. You know what I'm saying? That's our thing.
Someone's looking like he has something to say about this one still.
No, one thing I do always hear is them Bo use. I don't know what when I hear it, what's behind it. But you can only kind of guess. But it goes in with what Merc said. Like we're money orientated, you know, well dressed gentlemen, you know, and there might be some other surrounding areas that might not be known for that. I'm not saying that that's not what they're about, but they might not be firsthand. They might not be known for that. They might be known for other things. They might be known for getting busy or whatnot. But firsthand, Bo's known for like music and you know, just getting your money, just getting this bread.
Have you ever had like the surrounding areas like the Stratfords or the Hackneys try and like... So I remember there was that period of when like Getz was coming down to Bow quite a lot and whatnot. Have you ever had that of where they've come over and you've like seen the change of when they've been rolling around with the quote unquote Bow youths, that there's been a change in them?
I think maybe them coming from wherever, like Newham or wherever, I'm not just saying this about Getz or anyone else, but I think some of their areas are just a bit more wild. And when you can come to our area, it's just, oh, this is how life should be. This is nice. This is cool. This is, you can not relax here, but it's like whatever inner thoughts you have of of you progressing in life. If you come to a place like that, it's easy for you to be able to do that. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing that's in your way.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Makes better sense.
And I think, just to add, I think if anyone's coming from any of them surrounding areas and to come to link us or any of the main guys around Bow, they're already gonna be doing music. That's probably gonna be our common ground anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So yeah,
That's
just
a
to add that.
Obviously, before we do kick anything off, there's a couple of questions that are inside the cup. If one of you don't want to set the pace, read one, and then we can have a conversation on there still. If it's peak, remember, I did not write that shit.
Okay, cool. How important were youth clubs for us growing up? They were very important, man. I mean, obviously they keep you off the streets, first and foremost.
Definitely.
And I think I was a bit late, like in doing, like writing lyrics and whatever else. Stam, Rough Squad, Solj, they was more heavily involved before I was, but I'd be there spectating and whatnot. So I think that coming from Bow and having those things in place, it allowed people to be able to train and perfect their crafts.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Before the radio or the raves.
Yeah, before all of
I'm
that.
trying to say. But that Devon's Road Club, though, shout out to all the man them that was going there, because there's people, I think Stormin even come there for a clash with Squeaky.
See, I said, last time I said it was Lefevre, you said it's Devon. I'm not
sure it
sure,
was
but it was,
Devon's. No,
it was
but
one of the
Devon's-
youth clubs.
Devon's Road Youth Club was like a serious spot. Like
Legendary
that's even a
spot.
place you couldn't really touch the mic though, if you weren't proper seasoned. Yeah, because there's all dizzy. Some of the nasty man them will be there, so it's like you can't just say I want to try and MC. Like you'd probably have
need
to
to be
practice
ready.
in someone's house before you go there and
bro.
MC. Like that,
So that wasn't even a training
that
ground.
wasn't really, that was like showcase.
Like it was,
more.
it was showcase. It was training, but it was showcase. Like know what you're doing when you step up to the mic at that point.
100%.
So like, what type of people, who would be the type of people that you would see there on like a typical Friday?
Like he was saying, you'll see Dizzy there,
Stormin,
Stormzy,
Armour.
Stormzy, Stormin, Armour. Tinchy was younger at the time.
Yeah, but he was like a golden boy. Like Stamina.
Yeah, Stamina, you was one of the first few
Capable,
ones,
like that's a guy that will pick up the mic anyway. Stamina was capable, like
You know, that
100%.
was
More
more.
than
I've always had heart, so just because I was spitting with doesn't mean that all the time that I was qualified.
No,
I
let me
just had
stop that. No, let me stop that.
Trying to be modest with his thing. Yeah, he's trying to be modest with it.
My thing was more heart.
More than qualified.
Yeah.
Forget all that
Facts.
art. No, overqualified. Knew exactly what he was doing, and he could do his job very well. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I'm saying, where I started later, I had these to look at and study from. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Makes sense.
So I studied because I'm going back to when we was like youth clubs. What 14, 13, 14. I started late, bro. I'm talking like.
swear.
Yeah, my first song come out probably when I was like 17, I think. Summertime come out.
Was
maybe.
that 05,
05.
That was 05,
That's the
yeah,
first
yeah,
song
yeah.
I released, like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
recorded other ones before. And we
Makes
did radio before that.
Yeah.
With Wolfpack. But I mean, I was years behind these lot. So I studied from them. I studied from everyone else that was in the club.
Wait,
mean-
did you just say you were 17 when Summertime come out?
Yeah, well, I was.
I can't believe you. I thought you was a bit older than that. No, but it's just what I'm saying is what he was on around that video. Like I'm trying to say,
Miles
like,
ahead.
yeah, because I'm saying,
You weren't paying 2 racks. What was that? 3 racks for that video.
I'm
Back
saying
in
that's
the
why
05.
I'm.
That was
I just had to just butt in because I'm surprised you said I thought it was about 18, 19. Not that that's a big difference, but I'm saying
That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
because the video, like I'm trying to say, like the quality of it, and that's like, think about it, anyone that would have been on Channel U with a decent video, it'd have probably been a crew. It's probably getting split between a few man.
That's a fact,
It's
yeah.
easing the load. You know what I'm saying? So one man to carry that load on his own. You know what I'm trying to say?
After, what was the next one with Gets?
Good old days.
Good old
Good
days.
old days.
Yeah,
That was-
yeah,
that
yeah.
was-
18,
That good old days one as well.
Sure,
Oh.
17.
So think like you was
Proper
really
stuff.
on your.
From then.
He was ahead of his time, man.
Yeah, but even with that, bruv, even saying that with Summertime, bruv, you had the man them in the drop top with a couple shorties there, bruv. Man was out there.
I
With,
have to big up Chunky. He produced that song.
We got Chunky.
bruv,
He
man was
produced that song. So it's like I think when we made that rhythm there, it was like, as I was saying to you last time, Grime at the time was in a place where it was like a lot of repetitive 8 bars.
That was Grime as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can that was
Yeah,
Grime,
it was
yeah.
Grime.
That's-
So
that's
that was
Grime.
like Grime, but like I remember Chunky calling it like a summer Grime. Like he made a name for it, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was almost like a
I feel like a lot of man took that formula, you know.
maybe they did.
Like,
And
I feel like a lot of man took that
it's
formula.
cool
and
though
run
because
with
I
it,
feel
bro.
like all of us that are learning along the way. You can take things from different people subconsciously. It's fine, isn't it? It's cool.
Yeah.
It's part of the growth of the culture.
Yeah.
But how I looked at it at the time was like, cool, there's a lot of people that's doing like repetitive 8 bars. So how can I fit in here? What can I do? All right, let me go studio. Let me perfect my craft here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Retake, get it sounding right on the song. Okay, cool. We've got a little something here. Get the chorus right. Now we can have people singing along to this. That song ended up being a lot of people's ringtones.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big
So
song.
that's how that song started going around. So I knew at that point I was someone that could make songs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I wanted to excel and keep pushing myself to be able to capitalize off of that.
Makes sense. Obviously, the main topic of like this whole conversation is like growing up within grime, not only as music but as a culture within itself.
Yeah.
What would you guys define as like the modern day version of grime?
Drill.
Yeah, drill.
Drill, 100%. You know what?
Yeah,
not like saying that grime don't exist, but I'm saying for our demographic, like youths from inner city youth and that, I feel like I believe drill's probably got their attention more than any other genre. To be honest, I don't know. It's like current, and it's just dealing with the issues that are going on.
It's mad that he says that. He said it's got more attention than any other genre. But I feel like grime had the exact same thing, but without what's around today, i.e. social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I just feel that drill's more...
There was some elements of social media.
We had
back then.
MySpace, bro.
MySpace.
That's it.
You know, your MSN.
I didn't never use that. But
Seriously?
I mean, what I mean is like picture uploads. Right now, like now everyone's in a position where
It wasn't as
you can get
instant.
straight to
Yeah,
consumer now.
Yeah.
Your song's out now, you get there now, you put your link up now, it's there. And it's just kind of like user friendly.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, everything's evolved. But for me, with the drill, it's just a bit more violent than the grime was. Although that there was people
Grime
wait.
crazy.
Let me land. Grime was crazy, but when you hear these lot on the drill, it sounds more believable. I don't know if that's to do with
You know what?
I don't know if that's to do with how the
grime might have
actual
sounded
music
a bit
sounds.
exaggerated. Like that's why a lot of man
Do
would
you
say.
understand?
A lot of man wouldn't rate.
I'm gonna uppercut your mum and things like that.
I know,
Like,
I mean,
you're not gonna uppercut her
Okay,
mum.
cool.
Like,
Example: someone might
respectfully,
say, "I'm gonna come with a machine gun right now." It's not believable.
Yeah.
But when these drill dons are speaking, how they're speaking about this chinging and that, that's actually happening.
They're very graphic with it.
That's
in that
what I mean.
sense.
So it sounds more, you know.
But could you say in this, that to play devil's advocate? Could you say in a sense of where that level of graphicness, if that's a word, I made up a word. Sorry, if that's a so that level of graphic or in detail could have been used as gimmicks back in the day for grime. So say for example, them talking about you bringing out the machine gun, they'll probably use like the sound effects of you shooting someone. Whereas a drill guy now would probably say like them loading up, them
you know what
cocking
it is?
back,
What it
them
is?
oiling it up.
I'll tell you
everything
exactly
and
what it
whatnot.
is. I think today they paint the picture
Much better. And it's,
That's what
it's
it
more
is.
believable.
So when you
and
paint
the
the picture,
ratio,
but it makes it sound more believable.
the ratio as well seems like the ratio of the younger drill artists compared to back in the day, some of the younger grime artists, the ratio of some of them that are actually involved in this stuff and doing what they're actually talking about, I think the ratio is higher. And it's just the storyline behind it. Sometimes they'll have some mad rivalry with another set of people, then them people are coming back with their responses. I think it's more not just the music, but the storyline behind it and what's actually happening, like killings and shootings and stabbings.
It's different, but it's definitely
Not saying there weren't killings and shootings and stabbings around the grime scene, but I feel like it's more frequent with this whole drill thing.
But we've always gravitated towards controversy. So say for example, when you used to have like this crew versus this crew, and there was, you know, that bit of tension within various areas. You know, it still got real when they used to say, oh yeah, this person got slapped and this person came to this area and got rushed and blah blah blah. It just wasn't as in depth as this one, like as the drill world is now to that extent. So I still think that there was that levels on both ends. To be fair.
days there was more Russians and stuff. Now it's a bit more. Someone might go. Someone might go. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of times these days people might go because of the peer pressure, because it's so easy to upload on Instagram once someone's disrespected someone. So now it's like you have to react, you have to do this, you have to do that. You know what I mean? I'm taking it a little bit left to what you're saying. No. I feel like that's why it kind of can be how it is today.
What would you say is the like grime now? Like, where is the grime world now?
I think it still exists. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever going to stop making grime. There's always like an up and coming, bubbling grime artist that's doing his thing. It's just not something that I run to listen to today. There's certain artists I listen to that do grime and do other stuff, but I couldn't tell you right now who the hottest grime artist is. I couldn't tell you.
There's different types of it, because like when I listen to you guys, for example, I wouldn't classify that as grime. I would say it may be within the 138 to 140 tempo, but I still wouldn't classify that as grime, to be fair. And like when I listen to Manga, as much as it may be I don't really classify it as grime, to be fair.
I know what you mean. I mean, a lot of times I feel like with grime it can be.
I feel like it's been boxed to just.
No, there's not. But there's what am I trying to find here? Like, the subject matter might not really vary too much with what people identify as grime. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of silky brothers that are in it and they just style on rhythms. Like Soul's done a crazy set the other day, styling.
Shout
you know
out
what I'm
Soul.
saying?
Everyone go and watch
there.
that. So
Lioness was mashing it up. Everyone that was on there was mashing up the set.
That's a fact.
But that's what I'm saying. These are people from my era. I can take that and listen to it and appreciate it. But then some of the sets that I'll see pop up maybe on my feed, I'm a bit like, maybe I'm too old. I'm a bit too old for it now.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. Do you feel like as if we've reached the stage where like we may be those grumpy, like older lot? Possibly. Like, I'm not trying to hear all of this.
No, possibly. But I think I'm just. I want to hear some sort of substance in what you're saying.
I don't think it's a thing like we're grumpy and like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Just think about like what our parents listen to and what we listen. We can't really appreciate what our parents listen to, and our parents probably can't appreciate what their parents listen to. Is over time, like what you said in the last interview, Al. Frequency. The frequency changes. The frequency of music.
Is important.
It's not
and with
old,
the frequency, but going to that, like with the frequency, I feel like the older you get, your frequencies change. So there's certain things I can listen to, like there's certain things I can listen to and roll to, and I'm good. I want to be able to listen to things with my son. I want to be able to listen to things if my mom's in the car. Some things I just can't listen to.
Makes sense.
And remember as well, see, with this era here, like grime still exists. Grime is still a powerful genre. There's still, like, shout out Sharky Major, Grime Originals. If you come to Grime Originals, you'll see grime is alive. It's alive and kicking. But a lot of artists have just got their fan base. Remember, with social media, people can just come on their phone and just consume whatever music they want. There's so much on offer. So remember, times have changed as well. But I feel like it's still alive, it's still kicking, but it's just more, everyone just got their fan base now.
I think it'll definitely be a thing of where it will never die.
Never die. You just got to think, at the time when grime was popping, there wasn't nothing else popping. Now there's other things going on. There's people that have been in the grime scene that have evolved and gone on to do other things, and they still touch back on that speed of music. But it's just sometimes when you do leave, or not even leave, you just do other things and come back, people don't want to accept that you've cut out. But you ain't cut out. You've just been making music. Me as a musician anyway, I just want to make music that's cold. I don't care what genre it is. I don't care what speed it is. If I can sound cold on it and put it out and people appreciate it, let's go.
That's a fact.
That's how I move.
I think there needs to be a German whip moment again.
For
the grime scene to because to be honest, big up Meridian Dan, because he made a song and it made a whole genre, like, not say come back like it was completely dead, but it made people focus on it and pay more attention. And then off the back of that, I don't know, Skepts come with a That's Not Me, and then it was like whoom, from there it was just like there's just so
but it
many
shows
bangers.
you that it's there, like
coming
Stormzy had Shut Up, like,
you know what I'm trying to
Shut Up was produced years and years ago.
You get what I'm saying?
It just depends on the person that does what they do, man.
Depends how it's packaged and delivered.
Package and delivery is very important.
You know what I'm trying to say? There needs to be some music that's more relating with our demographic more, as much as the drill stuff is. And just, I don't know, just the image needs to be respected. You know what I'm trying to say?
For me, drill is like a rebirth. Of grime.
Yes,
That is a
because
rebirth.
there was jungle before there was garage,
Yeah.
and then there was garage before there was grime,
yeah.
and now drill. But that doesn't mean the drum and bass MCs and the garage MCs are rubbed. So why does it mean the grime MCs have to be rubbed? That the whole focus of the youth is on drill now. It doesn't mean that grime has to die, because when the youth were focused on grime, there was still a drum and bass scene. There was still a garage
What
scene.
people have to understand is it's just sometimes a new genre will pop up.
Swings and roundabouts.
And yes, exactly that. Swings and roundabouts. So something can be in. But you don't have to run off and do what's in, because sometimes it will just come back.
100%.
It happens.
Yeah.
So just the main thing I think as an artist, just crack on and do whatever it is you want to do. Make some cold music and give it to the world.
Yeah.
And when your things popping, cool.
Yeah.
If it's not, you just keep bubbling away. You just keep making your good music. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Let me ask you guys this, because let's be honest with grime. Aside from it being the audio side of it, the musical side,
Yeah.
I always classify grime as a culture. We're all from the era of, like, as you said, your
Academics.
You feel me? Your academics era.
Yeah.
We're all from the Averex era. I mean, shout out to you guys if you had Averexes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all three of you did. But like, we're all from that type of era. When did you guys realize that, as if grime was less of just the genre but more of actual culture?
From early, because when I think about it, Al, do you remember when we went flipping Global Sports to go and get the spray paint?
The spray paint,
Air Force.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Hey.
And at that time when we were doing that, I remember, man, I was
What was the guy's name? Marcel. Shout out Marcel.
Big up Marcel.
Yeah.
I remember that,
Global
man.
Sports in
Yeah, that was a change in my life, but
Yeah.
we won't go too tough. Yeah.
Did you see the advert on like the back of a Rewind magazine or something?
No,
But you know they used to always have
someone
them.
else got them.
Wiley and Danny Weed might have had
Yeah.
them, and Bionics.
Yeah.
I can't lie, Wiley had a few.
yeah,
And they
Yeah.
said, yeah, boom.
We were kind of around them. They told us where to get them from.
Yeah.
And we just
How much did
went
they
and done
cost?
our own thing. Were they £2? $2.20?
I think they were 140 or 150 or
Air
160.
Force
I think there was
Ones.
more. They might have been. They
Yeah,
might
that's
have
what.
been.
Yeah.
But you know
yeah.
what's mad?
Do you
You
know
know
what
Air
happens to
Forces
Holland
were
resellers?
£50
Like,
Do you know what's mad though? I don't even know if you've clocked. You see the Air Force they make today? That wasn't the Air Force that we had.
Different
then.
level. It's a different
You
level.
see
It's
the
a
Air
different.
Force now? It's like
It's
it's not proper leather. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Back then it
And
was
it was
real
more
level.
bulkier as well.
yeah, the ones before they were shaped different, and I felt like they creased a little less.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sure they were like they were 170. I think they were 170. They weren't $2.
170. But
was-
even
they
at
were
that
just
time,
under
it's a bit
$2 bills.
for
Did
Air
that
Force.
include the Air Force as well, or just
everything,
I think that was
all
the.
that's all right then. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
but
bad.
at the time,
Air Forces were £50 trainers that no one
Facts.
really
You
wore.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At them
What happens
times.
to whole like resellers like the way you do now?
Back then, man, if you had 170 or close to 200 to spend on a trainers, you
Yeah,
buy
facts.
Pradas or
buy
you buy
Pradas,
bubbles.
yeah,
Yeah,
because Pradas was only 140 them times.
Yeah.
When they
145.
160.
They were 140. When I got my first pair of Pradas in school, they were 145.
You remember wearing
Yeah.
Pradas in school?
Yeah, he was.
I got
That's how I
them.
know you was one of them rich guys, man.
Nah, I got them.
But
later
what type
on
of bag
in
did you
school.
have in school? Did you have a Just Do It
Nah,
bag?
just a little night thing.
Did you have
night
you had a
thing.
Just Do It bag, didn't you?
Probably a couple of different ones, but
What type
little
of
night thing.
what jacket did you wear in school?
Averex.
I didn't wear Averex.
You wore Averex?
Nah, Averex was college
playing,
times.
I'm
I never
playing.
had it.
No,
Just
that was
like
college.
Nike jackets. I love Nike.
it?
But it's mad because now I wear Nike all the time.
Yeah.
Again, but in school days I just would wear Nike. That was my thing.
Nah,
Nike.
fair enough.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But what I was saying about the culture is that at the time when we were wearing the spray paint trainers and the academic tracksuits, we didn't even know what was going on. I don't even think it was called grime yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just what it was.
And we were surrounded by it. So we
Yeah,
just
we
kind
were
of
just in it and we were just
we're
bubbling.
looking
but there
up to
was no
certain
title.
people. So we're just like not following, but we're kind of.
I don't even know when it got called grime. To be fair.
Yeah. I remember there was that whole documentary. Everyone was cussing it, saying, "I don't know, grime."
Cool. All right.
The what do you call it documentary?
Remember when Wiley had the tune? What do you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said in the intro.
When you
Yeah,
was there,
like-
drapes him with crazy
Yeah,
tits.
yeah. I remember that.
I
Yeah.
heard that word grime, that whole tune. I was thinking, why does it sound grime?
Yeah.
What did he say?
We
He didn't even say grime in the tune.
What do you call
He
it?
said grime.
He didn't say
Garage,
grime.
urban,
garage.
two-step.
He
He
didn't say grime.
He never said grime.
Garage.
So that's
This
what
one
I'm
sound
saying,
like
and
garage.
that
It was
Listen to
Chantel
this.
Philly that gave it that name,
I
isn't it?
believe that was 04.
Yeah, 04.
That was 04.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Yeah, and we were just in it then. We were in it. We were just, I don't know, we had flipping new era hats, the tracksuits, the Air Force. It was a bit Americanated, to be fair, when I look back.
Yeah, heavy
But
American influence.
there was no grime. It was just, we're just cracking on. Literally.
Yeah, I feel like as if it just became a culture more with, but that was just inner city living. Where you gotta think of, if you go to any hood at those times, there you was tracksuits,
Nike tracksuits.
You feel me? That's literally what it was.
It's the same as now. It's just now they got Nike Tech Fleece tracksuits. They look more presentable. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's the exact same thing. If you think of all the drill artists and you watch their videos, cool, they will have like their high end brands on, but they're gonna be in Nike Tech Fleeces. We were just wearing baggy and Nike because that's what was out then. They never had tighter fit.
You was a step ahead from.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah.
Yo, levels.
No, but but it's mad because I would wear Nike, but just when I step out to do work on the camera and stuff, I would just dress a different way. Yeah. I'll make sure that I'm looking a bit more put together. Do you know what I'm saying?
What was the influence behind you guys' fashion wise? Like around Bow as a whole.
I don't know. I don't even know what my.
Because I know there was Z and Co.
Z and Co. Yeah. And obviously there was older people in that area that were doing certain things that dressed a certain way, and we're able to see them and feel like, alright, that's the style to go with. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So yeah, Z and Co. being the hub was a shout. Cause I remember even like my early days. I was young. I used to buy Machino and Armani and that from when I was like. Probably like 14s.
14?
Yeah, like 14s. Cause I used to work though. I used to work, man. I used to work, bro. I used to work, man. I had a job.
You're saying that this is off the norm, bro.
No, I had a job. So I used to get like my little Armani jeans, little Armani tops and whatever. And just part them off and just be able to wear them nicely on the weekends. Cause my thing was, there was a time when I used to wear jeans every day. Then my mum used to say to me, son, you need to make sure that when you do go out, you look different to how you look on a normal day. And I didn't really quite understand it until I got a little bit older. It's nice for you to step out and it's like, yo, cool. Obviously look clean every day. Yeah. But you don't want to be wearing your Saturday, Sunday best every day.
Every day,
But at that time, it was like, buy, wear. We ain't doing nothing. We're just looking good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you grow up and you know.
Have you put that mentality into like your children as well, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I buy them a lot of designer stuff and stuff, but generally they wear it if it's a party.
Okay.
If it's something, if it's this, if it's that. Now I'm heavily back on Nike, so my oldest son anyway, I'm trying to have him heavily on Nike. The youngest one, he's in all that Zara.
Nike, feel free to pull up, let them know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, it'll be good, man. It'll be good. But yeah, Nike's the thing for me.
100%. Soul stamina, same thing as well.
Same, One's in Nike today. This one plan, like, you know what I mean. I hope someone from Nike's watching as well.
Yeah, listen, plug the man, them, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about again going back towards growing up with grime as well. Well, let's growing up with music as a whole.
Yeah.
What was you guys listening to and playing? What was the main thing?
Dipset. You know what it is?
So glad you said that.
The mixtape. You know the mixtape. But we can't forget about the G Unit mixtapes as well. Yeah. Because they were serious.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Yeah. G Unit Radio.
Man will be riding around this hearing, woo, kid.
Different. Serious. That's a heavy influence. I think, grime music is like heavily like the UK, like that's what the UK man them were on, because we had garage and jungle.
Yeah.
So the tempo of the music, the homeborn music, was a bit faster. So when man get on the mic, naturally they're gonna start trying to like emulate what the Americans and the Jamaicans are doing.
Yes.
So it's obviously, that's why it's to that tempo. That's why obviously rap's much slower. But obviously it's like, that's the tempo of music we have here anyway, with the jungle and the garage. So naturally people would just be like, this is what you're taking in.
You have to big up Rough Squad for that as well.
100%.
They was like
100%.
heavily influenced by Dipset.
100%.
When we go like, there's two sides of Bow, like Devon's Road, Roman Road. Devon's Road. But anytime we go around there, it's just Dipset. It's Dipset.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That was our thing, like Dipset.
I can tell that as well because, again, obviously staying around with Bo, I remember the influence The man that would literally, you lot were
the
playing
oversized.
You lot were playing Max B from early. Like I remember from early, you lot were listening to all of that. One thing I did want to mention, funny enough, you mentioned with Rough Squad, yeah. And funny enough, Solj, what you said earlier was like your the influences of grime music as a whole. You speak about the heavy Caribbean influence that's in there.
Yeah.
I remember once it might be a bit of a controversial topic where I said, I feel like as if Rough Squad weren't celebrated as much for their sound based on them being a fully African batch.
Yeah.
Of prolific, mainly just Ghanaians.
That's a good.
I never even thought of that, but that's maybe.
Do you know what it is?
I never even thought of that.
Part of me, like, I used to watch them like they're my mates, but sometimes you forget how good your mates are. But I couldn't actually believe that this is like listening to them Deja 4 to 6, the way they used to put together them sets and stuff. Like, I believe they didn't really get what they were supposed to get out of the whole thing.
No,
I
agree.
So what you're saying makes sense. Maybe that could have been. But
what I will say, to counteract what Soldier's saying is like, sometimes when you've been doing something from such an early age, and this is what I mean about starting early. When you think of all the other collectives that were put together, they were older. Whether it was by 2 years or whatever, they were older. So sometimes you've been doing something for so long, and sometimes something doesn't tick when it's supposed to tick. It can make you even fall back slightly. Real life comes, different things happen.
100%.
So that can allow you not to get that, you know what I'm saying? That those rewards that you could have got from it properly. Yeah. Just because life happens and life changes. But what I will say is, for me, Rough Squad, when I think of grime, when I think of doing grime, or when I feel that anyone want to hear me on a 140 or a 138, they want to hear me on a Rough Squad production. 100%. That's where I feel very comfortable. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Rough Squad, I don't think they got what they deserved. Even now, see if you step in the studio now with like Rapid and he'll put something together, it's gonna blow your mind. The kid's insane. Even Slick's sick producer. He's kind of fallen back from like spitting and whatnot. I think he does more the management side and whatnot. But even now to this day, it's not even like, it's more than talent. It's like a gift. It's different. Yeah. Even now, if you went,
sorry to cut you, but why I'm taking in what Stam's saying, and he's sounding passionate about what he's saying, is because you have to understand, when grime was being built, when we didn't know it was called grime, right? Wiley had his sound, Rough Squad had their sound.
Facts.
And then there was, I think Jammer had his sound. There's a few other people that had their sounds. So it's very important for them that they all played like very important parts to be able to keep this genre going. Yeah, that's the real foundation.
Fundamental. They're fundamental components to this thing.
Everyone's going to school, college, and they're still like banging out beats, white label, getting them out there. They're on the radio, allowing people to record, freestyle over, whatever, to build it where it's got to. And then what happens is, I think in 2000 and maybe 14 or 15, then Stormzy comes, he does something that Ecstasy's produced over probably 10 years before that. Yeah. The world hear it now, it's brand new. Yeah. So it's like, ahead of their time. Yeah, like I feel like their sound is, it doesn't expire, but it's just having the consistency of putting that sound out. Because really, for me, that could be what people know grime as. Do you understand what I'm trying to say when I say that?
Yeah, that could be the entry point.
Yeah, but it's like if those people stop producing that sound and start doing other things, now there's a hole here. So then what is grime? Grime is whatever is there now. Yeah. But that actually could have been what grime is today. Because when it came back around and it got popular again, that was the sound. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
If you was to, say for example, if you was to now have to introduce to someone and tell them 3 prolific songs from that encapsulate you guys growing up, what would be the 3 songs that you would pick?
You mean just generally or grime or?
We can narrow it down. Let's narrow it down to UK.
UK.
Yeah.
UK.
Have to be a soul solid.
Yeah.
You have to have a soul
Swiss. I gotta put Swiss Cry in there. That's probably my favorite.
Remember that
UK
came out?
tune. Yeah. That's probably my favorite UK tune.
Facts.
What's it? More Fire Crew Oil.
Yeah. Mad.
Like that one. Yeah, More Fire Crew Oil.
I remember flipping. I was in the school dinner hall when we first heard that. The video was on there. The Avrex is on and all
But then you can't narrow it down to 3. You have to give us 5, man.
I was gonna say 3 each, or like 3 individually. Yeah.
Oh, 3 individually.
I was gonna say 3
Alright,
individually.
Ask the question again, Chris.
So,
Sorry.
if someone was to come,
Yeah.
and then you had to tell them 3 prolific songs
Okay.
that encapsulate your youth of growing up, what would those 3 songs be?
It's wide range then because it's not.
But this is for
just
you
grime.
specifically, not just to say, oh,
Is that UK you're saying?
yeah, UK
It's
based.
UK.
Yeah,
You have to put power in there.
power has to play a major part in there still.
That played a big part.
But you know what? There's so many rhythms that play a major part because I know in each hood there was like certain rhythms that was banging. Like for example, like 2 of you were on the struggle rhythm, but not a lot of people would know about that.
Yeah.
Then obviously
I didn't really love that one.
But do you know what? It's just
I was-
because the mixing and mastering was just me.
No, but not even that. Like, my level was kind of low at that time. I accept it. I know. So when them type of tunes play
So
now,
them,
but it was a good tune.
yeah, Rillian as well. Shout out Soul.
Really was a big tune.
That there's so many other rhythms that have come out around that time. So it all depends on because there may be a tune that was banging in East that wasn't really banging in South like that. To be fair,
Vice versa.
you feel me?
SLK had some bangers.
You feel me? But I wouldn't
They had
know
some
because I was in
bangers.
South.
They had some bangers, man. What? They had some bangers on that channel. You there?
So yeah,
There's a lot. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, narrowing it down to 3s.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Now,
You can mention just
when
a-
you're saying-
I can just
when you're saying
mention
youth,
random-
Where we going from? What part of the youth up to? Because I used to listen to a lot of. The reason I did like the Back to 95 packs is because tapes is because I used to listen to a lot of tape packs heavily in my cassette.
do you know
Heavily.
there's one thing I can never get into, and I may get cussed for this. I don't like jungle.
You don't like it?
Nah, sounds like noise to me.
What, you don't like the helicopter rhythm? At least
What's helicopter rhythm?
debate one, man. I don't want to start doing the sounds on the mic. You know what I mean? It's debate. Helicopter. You must know the helicopter.
There's probably like about 4 or 5 bait jungle tunes that I like, but
You must have liked General Levy's tune.
that's big tune.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's a big
Alright,
tune.
cool.
But to hear like what 2-3 hours of that in a rave,
Yeah, no, it's mad for me as well.
that's crazy, bro.
No, but I think you just have to be from that era.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would have been.
Yeah.
The jungle that's alright, easy on the air, like you get what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah.
but
But
think what you just said there, yeah, Chris. You can't take 2-3 hours in a rave of it. See now, like a millennial that likes maybe drill or whatever, they might not be able to take an hour or two of grime.
That's true. Yeah,
the frequency thing again.
It just depends on where you are in life.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
But I would say
my music taste is quite wide ranged. But I definitely can sit and listen to hours and hours of 80s music. I can listen to hours
could
of
do
it.
that.
But you know why though?
Yeah.
It's because it's all positive, bro. That's why.
Is there substance that's
So
there?
no, but it's not just that. It's because it's positive. So sometimes you see, like when you're just in a positive mind state, yeah, you're on the same. You're vibrating the same.
Yeah.
But then if you're in a certain headspace and you're hearing something that is a bit off of where you're at, you can only hear a little bit of that. You can't listen to hours of violence, even though you're not taking it in like that, and it's not provoking you to do anything. You can't hear hours of that when you're in a certain mind state.
But what's the context of jungle? Just noises.
Yeah, it's not no war music.
No, but see jungle.
we're-
But
just
jungle's one of the first music that inspired me. Like Wiley was a jungle MC. Wiley,
Yeah,
Rico.
yeah.
They used to build. We're on Rinse right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
shout
on
out
Rinse. Yeah?
Yeah.
Rinse was a predominantly jungle station.
Yeah.
I think Wiley and them, if I can remember back clear enough, it was on every Sunday.
Yeah.
I can't remember what time, but I used to lock in every Sunday. 1997, I'm talking about. Back in 96, 97,
Yeah.
I used to lock in. So, and that's one of the main things that inspired me. Do you feel me? Yeah.
So wait, with jungle, was that like? Because obviously, like I'm early 90s, so that was something like my older brothers and sisters used to play. I used to think this is trash. Like I don't like.
didn't
the
get
sound.
it. You
I
didn't get
just
it.
didn't get it at all. But there'll be
Brocky-
one or two
Brocky
songs
was a
that I would
cold
get.
MC as well.
The garage era, loved that era. Obviously grime. That's my heartbeat right there. But jungle, I just used to listen and think this just sounds like noise to me. Honestly, like. Sorry, jungle MCs, you know.
But see, what you're hearing, how you feel today, what you have to understand is that everything you're hearing is an evolution from. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
yeah. I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect the importance of jungle, and I acknowledge the importance of jungle. But for me, I don't know. Like,
you just don't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't work for you. No, I hear you.
It just doesn't. That's the one genre that I think, that and dubstep.
Dubstep's not my thing.
Yeah,
at
dubstep
all.
I just never got. I never ever.
Dubstep's not my thing, but jungle, I can listen to it when I'm ready.
Jungle's part
garage,
of man's,
I always will go back to garage.
Yeah, garage, yeah, that's no problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Has there ever been a genre that you guys just haven't got, that everyone else did and you just thought, I just don't get
With
it?
respect, I remember there was a period of time when up north they were listening to, what was it called? Bassline. With respect.
Yeah.
I didn't really take to that one.
I think that's a very regional thing as well. It's us being snobby Londoners. We're not trying to hear it still.
Yeah, no. I think with the whole baseline thing, you gotta really be a party brother or lady to be like in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people are just playing baseline in the yard like that. I think, well,
I'll be scared if someone was doing that.
No, but probably, but it's very, very.
If someone was
up-tempo,
waking up and
very,
listening to
you know what I'm saying?
wom, I'll be scared. Imagine that.
But that type of sound there, they clean up like festivals. That's a festival type of.
Max, that's for the festival.
Yeah.
Imagine me waking up at 11 o'clock in the morning, you're hearing wom.
I know, it's too much. It's too much.
You won't play that
I think
when you're cooking Sunday dinner.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. There's different music for different,
Of course.
Different strokes for
different occasions.
Before we do end up rounding up, please, one more question from the cup. Let's see exactly what going in there.
Right. How does grime differ from when you started to what it is now?
People with fitted clothes.
How does grime differ to?
I'll let you answer that, Al.
I think when it differs in the way that when we started, it was more of an expression. See how you was talking about drill earlier? You know why drill is the equivalent to grime now? Because it's directly from the street to the booth. Back then it was a direct expression. Art is expression. So back then that was a channel for us to channel our frustrations.
With you.
You know, and now I think it's developed from that into an art form. So it's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's more of an art form now. Back then it wasn't as much of an art form. It was just, you know, the main man them that had the talent and the skill, and you were just kind of just channeling expressing yourself. It was just expression. It was pure, raw, uncut expression. Now people have had time to like hone their craft, if that's the right word. Work on their craft. That's the difference for me. That's how I'll answer it.
I think Stam's right. I think you had to kind of grow, not even in the eye because it was radio and youth clubs first, but you're just growing. People are watching you and hearing you grow. More than now, you can just come out kind of seasoned, practice, and then just come out and understand that it's a proper business. I think at the time when it was the early days of grime, without it being called grime, like Stam said, it was just more about expressing. You're from where you're from and you're just expressing. You go to different radio stations, you enjoy expressing and going home. I don't think a lot of people had plans beyond that at the time. Do you know what I mean? I think it was just about expressing and just keeping it moving.
And let me add to that quickly one last thing. Back then, it was a thing. You're writing bars in your yard. You just want to go youth club and lick someone's head off. Like you ain't writing them bars really for a reload. You're actually going to go head to head. Like you're going to lock horns with another. You know what I mean? You might be going to a youth club in shout out. What was it? Beckton Globe. You might go Beckton Globe. Shout out. What was the one near Caddington? Community Links. You might be going to shout out Thunder. You might be going to lock horns with someone around there. So you're literally writing your lyrics. You're not even writing it for a reload. Now man are writing bars for reloads or crafting it a certain way. But back then it was strict. It was just pure expression and just competitiveness.
Yeah, but so to add to what Stam said there, when you do listen to a lot of grime lyrics, when someone comes after someone, they're going for them. Yeah. It's like that's how it is. It's like the lyrics are very direct.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like a battle in nature.
Yeah, it is a battle in nature, but it's all kind of like just there's no beef. It's just cool and it's
Are there any like? Sorry, soldier.
No, I'm just saying. Just as he's saying that, I think between then and now, the competitiveness is gone, and I think people like it's just seen as you just be seen as some negative guy if you're just that MC that's just want to wipe the floor with other MCs and sort of like. It's just like what Stamina was saying, the rawness has left it, man.
Yeah,
so,
but the competitiveness is gone because people are not in the room together.
And not even just that, it's just, I don't know, I think that's a part of it that's been taken out. Like, even you see the big dances, like, MCs don't really want to go on the stage with other MCs they don't know because they don't want to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the old Eskimo dances and stuff, it's just like a Royal Rumble sort of thing. But that's been taken out of it. But an important thing is, nostalgia it can be a good thing but a bad thing if you just try and like live for trying to bring back throwback memories. It should just be a pinch every now and again, like a drop of it, but mainly it should be progressive, like it's moving on from then and it's bigger and better sort of thing, instead of just trying to replay old victories and old wins like when it was the main scene, and people don't want to like get over that it's changed. So instead of moving with the times and doing stuff to like compete with other genres that are as important or getting as much attention, people just want to live in the past and just be like, nah, they're sleeping on the scene, this, that, the third, where really I think people should just, me, myself included, like do something about it, you know what I'm trying to say?
I think there's only so much times that you can reload, like.
Yeah, I know, and people just want to live
Rhythm
in
and
it.
Gash.
Yeah, man. Like,
No, I know.
Ghetto Coyote and things like that. There's only so much time.
It's just about progress. Like it should be. It's good to have memories, but like constantly, if you was just really trying to live in the past and you don't want to make no new things to like celebrate.
Yeah.
You just want to celebrate old wins. It's obviously it's gonna get played out. You know what I'm trying to say? So
100%.
that's an important thing about it that needs to happen. Like the nostalgia. I'm not saying to get rid of it completely, but it needs to be a thing where it's just a small part of the thing instead of people trying to relive. I know I was saying about the reload thing, but that was an example of the competitiveness leaving.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there could be a different type of competitiveness. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, now MCs are like too big to clash. A clash, you'll be spoke to get a clash, two MCs clashing. Like, if you used to get two MCs to clash right now, you'd be like, I can't believe what's going on. There's two MCs actually
every
going
Christmas
at it.
we knew we was getting.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, every Christmas. That was the tradition.
But
every Christmas we knew we were getting a award up.
Nah, it's like, it's not going to happen. People are just too big. They've got followers and they're too big for it. They're like, you get what I'm trying to say? So that's a big part of the scene is because obviously it comes from dancehall as well. And a big part of dancehall, the biggest dancehall artists now are still clashing. Like they've got dubs for each other, they're going back and forth. Yeah, every year.
Is it?
But I'm saying, not even just Sting, like a lot of big dancehall artists have got tunes for each other. Like this, if Subliminal, it's part of their culture, but that has left this culture. That's why I think it can kind of get a bit not boring, but like what's going on sort of thing, you know what I'm trying to say?
But I think it's kind of left the culture a little bit just because I think people start getting up in age, they maybe become a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like me, I've never been no one to clash, but I'll be totally honest with you. I've got 2 kids, yeah? I'm a big man. I can't firstly, I can't be sitting down thinking about another man to write about. And I can't be having someone telling me about my mum or something. Like, that's why I was never involved in that. Let me just make my songs to make people feel good and leave.
Yeah,
that's
facts.
me.
Yeah,
For real.
I can't do all the other stuff.
I know. I
You know what I'm saying?
definitely do hear that.
Maybe a lot of people are in that space now where it's like, it's a bit sensitive for me. I don't want no involvement. Maybe.
In those type of clashes, do you have to like pull someone to a side and say, "Yo, don't mention this"?
Yeah, you can talk
Sometimes
behind the
people
scenes.
do that.
Cool.
He's been
normal people like will just have that chat. Like we don't really have to go there. It's like it's a competition, isn't it? Don't really. If you want to go there, we can go there, and obviously it can go left if you want it to go left, but it don't need to go there. You get what I'm trying to say?
of course.
No, but I'm just trying to
No,
say
it can, and sometimes clashes can be controlled, and you both benefit from it, and it doesn't go outside of the mic and entertainment.
Yeah.
But as I said, like
it's entertainment at the end of the day.
it's entertainment, but sometimes at what expense?
Yeah, for real.
And that was why I always said I'm not on clashing, because I know what I'm like. I'm not trying to act like I'm some heavyweight guy, but I know what I stand for. And if someone disrespects me enough, I know what I'm gonna end up doing that I don't even want to do. So do you know what I just need to do? Just go in the studio and just make tunes and just leave everyone alone and leave me alone. And that's it.
Comes down to that keyword that you was mentioning before, which is frequency.
Yes, man.
Frequency. Before we do run up, there's just one thing I need to talk about. One thing. Growing up, I always used to see Bo as like Harlem. Have you guys heard that comparison before?
I think it was, the
Dipset. It might be the Dipset.
Like the Dipset stuff, but just because it's just, it was hustling, just, you know.
What was it about? No, there's something in the water of you Bo guys to all just be fly hustlers.
We was hustling a lot when we was young, and it was just like a combination, music, hustle, style, lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it was just that, and it just stayed that. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's probably why that comparison is.
But
is
that's
there.
not to say that it won't happen. I said this earlier. It's not to say that it won't that won't happen in other areas. It probably was something in the drinking. I don't know. I couldn't articulate what made us that, because it probably was happening in other areas. People getting fly, getting money or whatever. You know, it's probably because even like we got people like Wiley, Dizzy, you know, Tinchy, people that are like just known for music from early, known for being fly from early. That's probably where the spotlight came from.
Yeah.
So we have to pay homage to certain people, innit? So it probably come from there.
Do you see it in the younger generation or Bo?
Yeah, but
Some of them,
but it's
some
like
of them, not even all of them. To be totally honest with you, man, like even back then in Bo, like a lot of the flyest people that was amongst us, they didn't even all do music like that, and that's the case today as well. Not everyone does music. It might be in and around everyone, but it's not always just like the musicians that are involved in that. And do you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
It was more just hustling, whatever your hustle was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. Man, thank you for coming down, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Love and blessings, man.
I can't lie, this is like the flea free episode, man, and it will be coming out this time.
So mate, he was late today.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about that, my guy. But no, guys, thank you so much, man. Honestly, super
yourself,
appreciated. Mercston, so large, stamina. Shout out to the whole clean team, whole cash only team, the whole I ain't rich yet. Whole of
Pick up the whole of E3.
The whole of E3, man.
And man, another sick episode. But